You alright, Christy?
What's Christy doing, Sheila?
She's drawing a triangle.
Here's her. Now that's a triangle.
That's not a triangle. That's an A.
Mom saw through my intention right away, and I stayed silent as I dragged myself inch by inch to the open space, sweat sliding down my forehead while I forced myself up to keep writing. And this time I wrote a big M, and my family looked surprised, but no one spoke as they watched me in total silence. And the next two letters were simple, but I was already drenched. Every stroke pulled from the deepest part of my bones, and before I even finished, Mom's tears were already flowing because she knew I was writing Mother, and I collapsed to the floor. Because for the first time in my life I had written a whole word, and they were all too shocked to speak, and in that moment they finally understood I was not a fool. And Dad suddenly acted like he had won a battle and carried me straight to the pub.
This is Christy Brown, my son. Genius.
And for the first time he treated me like his son. And I had been diagnosed with cerebral palsy the day I was born. My whole body nearly paralyzed, with only my left foot able to move, and even though I could write with it, my brothers and sisters could sit at the table for meals while I lay on the floor waiting for Mom to feast me bite by bite. And she saw the pain in me from being set apart and secretly saved money behind Dad's back to buy me a wheelchair, hiding that little hope in the fireplace like she was hiding love in a corner no one could see. And the days passed and I grew, but Mom grew more exhausted from carrying me up and down the stairs every day, those steps pressing the breath out of her until one day she collapsed in pain, and I heard it and crawled with everything in me to the stairs, kicking my trapped foot free with my left foot, sliding down and kicking the door with all my strength. And the pounding brought the neighbors who saw us both on the floor through the doorway, and she was sent to the hospital while the neighbors said she fell because of me and mocked me as a burden who ruined everything. And those words cut into me like knives, and I wanted to explain but no sound came out. But my effort brought me Dad's approval again as he built me an old war cart. And after 7 years I could finally get out the door.
All he needs now is a license.
It's great.
And 10 years passed with childhood softness fading while my body stayed broken, like it was glued to my father's side. And Mom made me a birthday cake, and in the cheers of my family I closed my eyes and blew out the candle, and I kept getting stronger, able to spell more words, draw with my left foot, and even make fuzzy sounds that only those closest to me could understand. And none of it stopped me from trying to join the other kids' soccer games. And when the ball flew toward me, I blocked it with my head, if I had to. And when they fouled me on purpose, I clenched my teeth and fought back. And one time I earned a penalty kick, and my friends lifted me to the ball and set me down gently. And I knew I looked ridiculous, but the goalkeeper's mocking laugh exploded in my ears, and I gathered my strength on the ground with no shouting and no answer, and that kick carried more than a ball because it carried my will.